want to dive into Pokemon?
Let's dive into Pokemon.
Let's do it. So yeah, I mean, again, if this is your first time listening, you and I have pretty much not fallen off Pokemon, but we are not as high as we. I mean, we've fallen off the last like 4 or 5 iterations.
Yeah,
because they've been the same, and they just have not, other than doing like the Gigantamaxing and like the Z moves and the Mega Evolutions. Like it's just one kind of. I mean, they're cool, but they're just kind of a one gimmicky thing that they do after another. And they haven't.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And I was gonna say my problem with those iterations with the Z moves and the Gigamax is it just makes the battles longer.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
It increases it lengthens the animations, slows everything down, and it just makes everything take forever, which is what I love about Arceus.
My favorite thing. It doesn't waste your time.
Snappy.
It does not waste your time at all. And that's the problem with like it. So like there's trainer battles and stuff in this game, but there's like so very few. There's not like I guess if you haven't played it yet, there's not constantly Pokemon trainers sprinkled out throughout the world that are constantly stopping you and forcing you to battle. There are cases where in the story you will be forced to battle a trainer or whatever, which is fine because the battles literally take like 5 to 10 seconds, and there's no loading screen. It just hops right in. You can run away quick. I've never been blocked from running away. I don't know if that's even a thing.
I haven't either. Yeah.
So I don't know if your Pokemon can ever block you. So, and then if you lose, you also don't white out. You just, you can run away from the Pokemon because they can actually hurt you. So there's just, it doesn't waste your time and it feels so good.
Streamlined.
Yeah.
And like I had a really cool moment where I went into this area and, there was a tree with some berries. There was like a tumblestone thing. And then there was a couple of Pokemon to catch. And like within 10 seconds, I had done all of that. Yeah. I had thrown Pokeballs at 3 different Pokemon. I had thrown a Pokemon
I love that.
at a tree. And like, there's no better feeling than sitting in the grass, lining up 3 shots, putting them all in Pokeballs, and then you caught them all. And that took 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. It's hard to explain. Like it, and I feel like so like the first area you go to, like that's like the grassland. I think that's probably my favorite spot so far. I've only been to 2 other places. Actually maybe one. I think I've only ever been to one of the place, and that's like the swampy kind of area.
Yeah.
That part I do not like as much because there's a lot of water that kind of blocks your way.
It's not as pretty.
Yeah, definitely not as pretty.
Well, you'll like the 3rd area then.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I mean, being able to just come up on all these Pokemon, and like the first time I came across like a Rapidash, and you realize how huge that Pokemon is compared to you, is insane. And then also like Nick, you had posted that clip of you catching Gyarados, and I know that Gyarados is a flying Pokemon. I don't think I've ever seen him fly, and that's kind of terrifying.
Just flying across the screen. I was like, is that Gyarados?
Yeah, that was like, I was like, oh my God. It's like, I knew he could fly, but I don't think I've ever seen it like in the anime or in a game ever. And that's what I like about this game. And it's actually given character to these Pokemon, which is super cool.
Yeah, it's and by the way, the wing ball or the flying ball, whichever ball is good on flying Pokemon, that thing is incredible because it just flies straight. It doesn't really lose any height.
That's cool.
So that's how I was able to catch it, because you can just kind of aim right at them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been so many cool moments where either you accidentally stumble upon an alpha Pokemon, and you of course try to catch it and fail, and then that Pokemon just pretty much wipes your team, or just stumbling upon a new Pokemon and hiding out in the bushes, trying to think of the best way to take them on. Like I've gone into using the smoke balls that creates like an area of smoke around you.
Mhm.
And that seems to work pretty well. And I've done that in what are those zones called? Have you been into those those event zones?
Oh, like
The
the
time events, the time.
I haven't. I think I've unlocked it, but I haven't found one yet.
They're terrifying because once it actually starts,
Yeah.
like all these huge Pokemon just spawn around you and start
Oh, wow.
attacking you. So it's crazy.
Yeah, and there's like, man, I feel like right now where I'm at, I feel like I'm overwhelmed with so much stuff to do because there's so many quests. Like people are
Mhm.
constantly giving you like quests to do, and they could be anywhere between, oh, I want that Pokemon with the springy tail. I'm like, okay, that's the pig. I can't remember the pig Pokemon, whatever.
Yeah.
Or I need 5 Pokeballs or something. So they're very like easy, mundane tasks for the most part.
Yeah.
So there's always stuff to do, like the main story stuff. Like the first time ever in a Pokemon game, like I'm kind of like into the story and what's going on. Like it's actually
a cool story.
Yeah, it's really cool. I would say it's still weird that there's no voice acting, but it is what it is. But also I feel like it would probably take forever for them to talk. So maybe I'm just glad I can just read it and kind of move on. But
yeah,
the one thing I don't like is how fast they gave you a riding Pokemon. Because I feel
That's
like
fair.
as soon as I got that, like that sense of exploring was taken away from me.
Kind of trivialized everything.
Yeah. I was very surprised because you get that within like the first 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, I was a little taken back by that. I wanted more time to run around, and you can do it, but you always knowing that you have that option to just sprint through everything is, you'll probably take that more than just, walking or running from A to B. But yeah,
but a lot of times I don't want to. I just kind of want to walk on foot, especially when I'm in a new area.
And it's so quick to just press the start button or the plus button to get on and off. Like this game doesn't waste your time. It feels so good. Like Pokemon is so slow and it's constantly just making you do the same stuff over and over again. And this just, it feel like they're respecting me as a player now,
after 20 years.
There's not 2 versions of the game. There's one version. It doesn't feel like a money grab anymore because Pokemon has always felt like a money grab. Yeah, it feels good. It feels
and just to kind of go on the seamlessness. And do you have any more rideable Pokemon, or is Wordier the only one you have?
I've got, and I feel like I knew a lot of Pokemon, but in this game, unless there's some new stuff, I don't really know a lot of the Pokemon that have shown up. But yes, I do have the second one you get where he can like dig up treasure and stuff. Yeah.
I recently got the third one.
Okay.
And we've seen it in trailers, but it's the one that can fly. You can ride on water.
Oh, on water. Okay.
But the transition from riding on Wordier to water is you run at the water, and that's
and it switches automatically.
It automatically switches the other way when you come back off the water.
Oh, that's super satisfying.
Yeah, it's cool, man. And just being able to jump out of the water and slow-mo aim your Pokeballs, and try to hit Pokemon from above is pretty cool. It's awesome, man.
It's hard to, because it just feels so much different than any Pokemon game prior,
Yeah,
it feels great just having that control.
How do you like the Pokédex, like completing the Pokédex for each Pokemon?
So my question is, does each individual Pokemon have their different criteria to max it out, or does evolutions count? Does one evolution line count in the same?
No.
So that's a little bit annoying to me because there's like 200 something Pokemon in the game.
Well, that's including evolutions.
Right. But I mean, like each evolution line has like its own certain criteria that you have to do, right?
Yeah.
Like evolve it 3 times. I picked Cyndaquil as my starter, and I got Quilava now. So it's like
Mhm.
like one of the and I'm assuming there's gonna be at some point where I can catch like a bunch of Cyndaquil or something if I want to, but right now I haven't seen any.
But you only need 10 points to complete the Pokédex.
What do you mean?
And
Oh, so you don't have to do each tier?
No.
Oh,
For it to count, like for it to, I think I mean, if you're going like the completionist route, then yeah, but you just need 10, you just need research level 10 for it to count towards your Pokédex. So you can do that just by battling with Cyndaquil or with.
Okay, well then I've done that because I've got like the little star next to him. I thought you had to do like
if you have the Pokeball
each
next to it, then
because it was like use Flame Wheel 20 times, evolve Quilava 3 times, and then a bunch of other move related to agile stuff, strong attack stuff.
mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's good to know because I don't know if I'm gonna 100%. That would take forever.
Yeah, but I guess you do have to at least hit level 10 with all the Pokemon, I guess, to fully beat the game. Like that's the goal, right? Is to complete the Pokédex. But like that, hitting research level 10 for each one isn't too daunting.
Yeah.
Because you can do it, various different ways. You don't
and then the fact that like you can choose when you want to evolve too. Like I know you could do it in the main game, but again, it doesn't like waste your time like with just even just thinking about the moves. Like they just I don't think I've had a Pokemon learn a new move.
They do.
Well, like I haven't had like an option to like I'm assuming you can only have 4 types of moves. So I haven't had a Pokemon learn like a 5th move yet, I don't think.
It probably does. You can go in and maybe you can just at your will, you can switch out moves.
Oh, so, cool. Okay.
If you go to Cyndaquil, I can't remember his second evolution.
Quilava.
If you go to Quilava and check their moves or go to switch moves, I'm sure there's more, and you can just swap them out. They won't go away if you replace it.
That's so nice, man.
Yeah. And just like the leveling up, that it just happens on the left side of the screen, and you're like, okay, cool, level up. No need to see all the stats and whatever. Like,
yeah, you're playing Pokemon like Brilliant Diamond. You hit a trainer, 4 of your Pokemon level up, 4 of your Pokemon learn new moves, and 2 of them evolve. Like that's like 10 minutes. Not really, but it's a long time for one battle. And like you said, like it just happens on the left side of the screen, and it's just seamless. And you don't have to worry about it. You can at your own leisure, you can go in and evolve and stuff like that. And it what, the game is actually like kind of difficult. Like I've lost all my Pokemon a couple of times.
Not easy. It's not just a walk in the park.
No, I mean there's been times where I've been one-shotted by Pokemon that are right around my same level. So yeah, it's not. Yeah, it feels good. Feels good.
Yeah, that alpha Snorlax in the first area, the thing's no joke.
I don't think I found that yet.
It's no joke. It's on the right side.
Yeah, and then like so. The game you can choose for it to be online, but there's no trainer battles online or trading online. Mm-hmm. When how you can pick up like trainers' satchels that they fall in, is that real people?
Yeah,
it is. Okay, so that's super cool.
So you're returning their items,
and it's always like so. I was looking at the map and I went to somebody's satchel like area, and I roll up in there, and like there was a bunch of I think Teddy Ursas. And then like, there was this giant like alpha Ursaring like hanging out. And I was like, this is how you died. I dove in and scooped up a satchel, then bounced out. That's funny. Yeah, man, it's little stuff like that. It just, where have they been for 20 years with all this like really cool stuff? It's
like, why haven't they not tried to make this game? I guess it took like the inspiration of Breath of the Wild to spark something inside of them.
Yeah.
But God, I mean, comparing this to, I know Brilliant Diamond's a 15-year-old game or 10-year-old game, but comparing this to another Switch game that came out 2 months ago,
It's
oh
night
my
and day.
God.
It's
Yeah.
it's ridiculous how much better this game is. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
In
I
all remarks, just everything about it.
yeah, I mean, depending on I'm maybe 7 hours in at
Mhm.
this point, maybe a little less. I mean, depending on what other features are unlocked and where the story goes. And I mean, this could be, I know it's a little early, but I mean, this could be a game of the year contender, right? Like, at least on the top 10 lists. I mean,
Yeah.
for me to 3 months to say that leading up, like it's crazy. Like they've done it. Like it feels really good. It's the Pokemon game that
Kind of what we've always wanted.
what we want that I didn't know I wanted, that I didn't know these quality of life improvements to could just
Mhm.
make me enjoy Pokemon, because I enjoy Pokemon at its core. Like I like the RPG stuff, like the light RPG stuff. I like the turn-based battles, but again, it wasted your time a lot, like most of the time. And now that's stripped out, and it just feels really good.
Yeah. And like
So
I almost like instantly took that for granted too. Like I had to think about like, oh my God, like this was done another way in previous Pokemon games. That's it's
yeah,
disgusting.
yeah,
It's one of those games that it's like they can't go back.
oh, there's no way. Like if they try to do a Sword and Shield type thing after this, like there's no way. This game is too good to too much of it has improved on it. So